What if one of the habits you were told would keep you happy in retirement is actually draining your health, your energy, and even your sense of self after 65? Most people believe that visiting friends often is always good, that more social time automatically means better mental health, longer life, and less loneliness. But researchers studying aging are seeing something unsettling. For a growing number of retirees, constant socializing is quietly creating stress, fatigue, and long-term harm. And the most dangerous part is this: almost no one realizes it is happening until the damage is already done. Here's the mystery. Why do some people feel more exhausted, resentful, and even unhealthier the more they socialize after retirement? If connection is supposed to protect us, why does it sometimes do the opposite? The first clues appear far earlier than retirement. The origins of the issue begin in early adulthood. In your 20s and 30s, social visiting is often energizing. The cause is simple. Your nervous system is resilient, your schedule is structured, and your identity is reinforced by work, family roles, and goals. Social visits add value without demanding much emotional labor. The effect is a deep belief that more socializing is always better. Then come the changes that start quietly in the 40s. Responsibilities increase, energy becomes more limited. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that middle-aged adults begin conserving emotional resources, even if they don't consciously notice it. Social interactions slowly shift from stimulation to obligation, but the habit continues. Now we reach the shift after 70 that most people ignore. Retirement removes structure. Time suddenly feels unlimited, but energy does not. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults experience slower stress recovery and increased sensitivity to emotional overload. The same social visits that once felt light now require preparation, travel, conversation management, and recovery time. The cause is reduced cognitive and physical reserve. The effect is subtle exhaustion that builds week after week. This leads to the breaking point when frequent visiting starts to feel draining instead of nourishing. Seniors report feeling tired after social visits, not refreshed. CDC data shows that nearly 40% of adults over 65 report social fatigue, yet continue socializing out of guilt or habit. This is where the real damage begins. Here are the 5 reasons why visiting friends too often after retirement can quietly hurt you. The first reason is emotional overstimulation. Aging brains process social cues more slowly. Multiple conversations, noise, and emotional exchanges raise cortisol levels. Research from UCLA shows prolonged social stress in older adults is linked to higher inflammation markers. The cause is overload. The effect is chronic fatigue and weakened immunity. The second reason is loss of personal rhythm. In retirement, your body develops a natural pace when to rest, eat, think, and move. Frequent visiting disrupts this rhythm. Meals are delayed. Sleep is pushed back. Medication timing slips. Over time, this affects blood pressure, digestion, and sleep quality across millions of seniors. The third reason is unspoken social obligation. Many retirees visit friends not because they want to, but because they feel they should. Old advice told them isolation is deadly, so they override their own signals. But forced socializing increases anxiety, not connection. Studies from the Health and Retirement Study show that perceived obligation in social relationships predicts depression more strongly than loneliness itself. The fourth reason is identity erosion. After retirement, identity must be rebuilt internally. Constant visiting keeps seniors anchored in old roles: listener, helper, advisor, without space for self-reflection. The cause is external focus. The effect is a quiet loss of purpose, creativity, and autonomy. The fifth reason is financial and physical strain. Transportation costs, gifts, meals out, and physical effort add up. AARP surveys show social spending increases unexpectedly after retirement for frequent visitors. Combined with physical fatigue, this accelerates health decline and stress about money. Now let's look at the fallout. Seniors who oversocialize often experience worsened sleep, increased joint pain, higher blood pressure, and emotional numbness. They confuse exhaustion with aging, not realizing it's a lifestyle mismatch. Medical visits increase, energy for exercise, hobbies, and self-care decreases. Life shrinks instead of expanding. Then come the failed fixes driven by old advice. Just push yourself to socialize. Stay busy. Never say no. These ideas came from studies focused on isolation, not overload. Today, they often backfire. The problem was never connection, it was lack of balance. Here's the twist most seniors never hear. Quality of connection matters more than frequency. American aging studies consistently show that seniors with fewer intentional social interactions report better mental health, lower inflammation, and longer independence than those who socialize constantly without recovery time. This pattern repeats across millions of retirees in the United States today. So, what can you do now? 3 direct actions people over 60 can apply immediately. First, limit social visits to what leaves you energized, not drain. Track how you feel the next day. Second, protect at least 2 days a week with no obligations to allow your nervous system to reset. Third, replace some social visits with quiet shared activities, walks, short check-ins, or purposeful conversations. Here is the clear warning based on evidence. Chronic social overstimulation after retirement increases stress hormones and accelerates physical decline, even when interactions seem positive on the surface. And here's the open thought to carry with you. If even good habits can harm you when taken too far in old age, what else in your daily routine might need rethinking? If this resonated, like this video and share it with someone who feels exhausted but can't explain why. And subscribe for the next chapter, where lines reveal the surprising type of connection that protects the brain and body after 70 without draining your energy.